Hey everybody, long time no chat. I have no excuse for not making videos because I've been off and not doing a whole lot, but I will say that I don't like making videos when I feel like I look like a slob. So I've been on bed rest or some form of it for the last probably 3 weeks or so, and because of that, I basically get up and shower, but I don't really do anything with myself unless I have somewhere else I have to be, like if I have an appointment or something, which I did today. So here I am, all put together. As of today, I'm 25 weeks pregnant and past the viability milestone, which is really exciting. I was looking forward to that. And what else? I think that's like the big thing. Since I did my last update, which I think was around 19 weeks when we did our gender reveal and everything, everything has been going okay. I've had a couple doctor's appointments, a couple ultrasounds, and things are looking good. Everything's right on track. They're both measuring. Now they're measuring about the same. Baby A was a bit behind baby B for a bit, but she's now caught up, so they're both about the same size. At the last ultrasound, baby B was head down and baby A was kind of transverse-ish. So I'm curious. I have another ultrasound and doctor's appointment coming up this Friday. So I'm curious to see what kind of position they're in now because I feel a ton of movement. Like they're quite active. I don't feel baby B quite as much, but I think it's because she's kind of covered by placentas and stuff. But baby A, I feel a lot, especially because she's the one who gets right down and kicks me or punches me in the bladder and hits me in the cervix, which that's a jolt. That one hurts. Yeah, but she's always kind of like fumbling down. I feel her down like in my hip and yeah, I feel baby A lot. Baby B, like I think that when I actually do feel her movements, she must be doing something pretty fierce. But around 10 a.m. every day, they have a little, I call it the dance party because they both just go wild and I feel them both. Yeah, the movement's been pretty exciting. I still find it creepy, especially when I could see it from the outside, which is most of the time now because they're quite a bit stronger than they were before. Yeah, and I find it creepy, but not quite as creepy as I thought it would, because I guess it's mostly because you start feeling the movements. You feel them small, and then progressively they get stronger and stronger, so you don't realize how strong they've gotten. Because it's hard to remember what those little tiny movements felt like. But yeah, the movement's great. It's really reassuring, and I've pretty much stopped using the Doppler. There's really no point at this point because since I feel them so much. And the nice thing is that I can tell baby A is moving because I feel her almost all the time. Whenever I'm relaxed and sitting around, I can feel her. Baby B, although I don't feel her very often, I can pick her heartbeat up right away. So whenever I'm feeling a little doubtful, I crack with the Doppler, which is probably only like once a week now at most. But yeah, we've been thinking about names, nothing set in stone yet. Even if I do figure out names before they're born, I don't think we'll be sharing them just because I feel like we've been very open with our friends and family from the very beginning. Like telling a lot of people before, a lot of people knew about the pregnancy early. And as soon as we found out that they were twins, that news was shared, which, I mean, we found out they were twins before we even started telling people. So, I don't know. And we've shared the gender with everybody. So now I just feel like we want to keep the names to ourselves. And like we've settled on middle names for sure. Like there's no doubt there. And we have one solid first name, but still... Second name is pretty close. Like I think we'll probably end up using one of the two that we've been discussing, but we're not really sure which way we'll go yet. It's really hard to think about names, and I mean almost anything sounds cute for a baby girl or a little girl or even a teenager, but then I think about like when they're my age and they're in a professional workplace or they're applying for jobs and how they're going to introduce themselves and I don't know, I have very, like, Jessica is such a common name. No one ever asks me how to spell it. Every once in a while, someone will be like, oh, are there 2 S's? And I'm like, of course. Like, how else would you spell it? And yeah, I just appreciate having a name that is simple. It's easy to spell. It's easy to pronounce. Same thing for Paul. Like, I don't think his name is more, I'd say even more common than mine, simply because it's used through so many different cultures, and it can be pronounced so many different ways depending on the language and all that kind of stuff. So people are even less likely to mispronounce Paul. Anyways, I want names that are easy to spell, short and to the point. And I also don't want anything that gets shortened with a nickname. So like their name is their name and there is no nickname. And we have a very Italian last name, so I wanted to keep the names short and easy to spell because our last name is a bit longer. And I pretty much, like when I'm at like a store or I'm somewhere where I have to give my last name for something, I don't even bother saying it. I just spell it because I know that if I say it, no one's gonna have any idea how to spell it anyways. Frange is just part of my last name. What else is new? Our house is coming along. Things are looking like they're probably going to be done early July, and I'm really optimistic about that. Technically our closing date on our contract is August 15th, which likely we wouldn't be able to get in there before the babies were born if that was the case. So the builder's been working really hard to get us in early, and he's saying end of June, early July. So I'm really hopeful. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to do a ton once we get in there, but to actually be home in my own space will be a huge stress reliever for me. Like, I guess I'm super stressed out for the past couple weeks because my jaw is killing me. Like, I must be clenching my teeth a lot. My jaw on both sides, like, and my teeth feel sore, like, just from being clenched so hard. So, like, I'm trying to pay attention to that while I'm sitting around. Like, if I'm knitting or something like that, I try to pay attention to what I'm doing with my jaw and that I'm not clenching it too tight, because it's been giving me headaches, and like even now I can feel it like right here in my cheeks. But yeah, the tension is high. It's I'm very grateful for the situation where we're in, where we're able to live with my mother-in-law while we build what is basically our dream house. And it's just hard to go from having your own space, making your own decisions, and not really having to worry about, I'm not gonna say another person, but like Paul and I get each other, right? And we know how, like, what the other person likes and expects and who does what, and we just exist well together. And then now we've got a third person who has been used to living by herself for a very long time. And it's a communication thing, I know. But yeah, I just keep telling myself that there's an end in sight. And what else? I've got 2 baby showers coming up. My mom and my sister are throwing one for me on June 7th. And my work is throwing one for me on June 8th. And we've bought a couple things here and there. But I think the only other thing that I want to buy, like that I personally want to buy before they show up, is to get a co-sleeper. And I think I'm going to get the Arms Reach Ideal co-sleeper, not the mini. The Ideal is apparently good for twins and should accommodate them for probably, I'm going to say up to 6 months. Depends on how big they are, obviously, and how squirmy they are when they sleep. But those turn into a pack and play, so I don't have to worry about buying one of those. Our house is all on one level too, like our new place will be, so I don't have to worry about climbing stairs to get to whatever I need. Everything's all on one floor. Aside from the laundry, we put that in the basement. So that's pretty much the only thing that I really need to buy. I have a few more cloth diapering things that I need to pick up. I'm just going to order some pre-folds. But other than that, ordered or have purchased quite a few covers. I have quite a few diapers ready for once they begin to fit into the one-sized diapers. And I need to buy some laundry detergent too, I guess. And what else? We got their car seats on the weekend, which was, I'm gonna say sobering. Like it really brought everything. It really made me realize how soon all of this could happen, and how soon we might have 2 babies on the outside rather than me just carrying them around. And I feel like I've probably missed a lot of stuff. I know I did mention bed rest, I didn't mention why. And I'm just kind of like skipping over the last, basically, I guess it's 6 weeks since I made a video. So if you do have any specific questions, feel free to leave them below and I'll make another video just like to kind of fill in the blanks. And if not, I don't need to bore you with that stuff. And so lastly, I will do a quick belly shot. I'm wearing like a maxi dress, so it's kind of hard. And there is the 25-week twin belly. Feeling pretty huge. I know I've got a ways to go still. But yeah, as of the last ultrasound, baby A is here, and she was kind of back down, and her head's over here, and feet were over here, I think. I think that she's moved though, because I feel a lot of movement really low. And baby B was head over here, and then her back and legs were up this way. Which kind of makes sense, because I do feel stuff up here, and I feel some movement down here. I don't feel a ton in this area though. And when I get the Braxton Hicks contractions, my stomach basically turns into a square. I get this big lump here, which I kind of have one right now. It's really hard. And then I get a big lump here, and everything in between them flattens out. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So if you do have any questions, leave them in a comment below. And if you haven't already found me on Instagram, my Instagram account is Frange Twins, FrangeETWINS. The account is still public. I'm gonna leave it like that for a little bit. And I do a lot more updating on there. Like I post like weekly belly shots, and put some stuff about the progress on my house, and just random things here and there. Like I've got a couple video clips of the babies moving and stuff. So check me out there, and I will try to do another update soon. Hope you're all having a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye.